Funky D. Welcome back, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today, the news one we want take a look at now. News one concern the late chief of staff to President Muhammadu Buhari. The news say controversy over blood stain in Abba Kyari'S coffin. So that news one we want to talk about because we don't hear this news since when them bury Abba Kyari. Say he get some blood one day for Abba Kyari'S coffin, and nobody know where the blood come from because we never hear before anywhere in the world say if somebody die of COVID-19, then the blood will gush out from that person body. So we don't know whether another person they put there or whether then maybe assassinate him. We never know. So the government of the day go come tell us at the end of the day. But before we go into this news, make I use this little medium, the thank corner. Those of you who don't subscribe, and for those who never subscribe, I say make una the subscribe because now only this place we're going to get the Ogbenga, what they call authentic news 24 hours. Make una not forget to press that best sign when they there so that anytime when Funky D upload, we're not going to get the news steady, right? Yeah, they say coronavirus controversies surrounding the timing of the death of Abba Kyari. President Muhammadu Buhari's chief of staff have finally been led to rest. Politics Nigeria can authoritatively report, say they don't lay that man to rest last week. But even though say they don't lay the man to rest, he gets some controversies once the day on top the man death. Because that blood one we don't talk about before, now him we won't learn now. Make we know how water take enter inside coconut. Because if they know say that blood went there for that man coffin, say the blood go show, therefore not carry that person when they carry that day. Bring that person out from the gasket. Therefore not try him. Therefore leave him like that. Maybe sink the man with the coffin inside the grave. That is why we don't tell her say any mago one ona they do with the catch owner. Any mago, even the controversies surrounding this same Jubri now. Another thing day when we never declare off. Even Osebanjo too. But most especially the Jubri himself. Nobody know where that man hide. Nobody know where in the more when you they ask of the man, the more the man not they know nobody see the man. The man when they call Buhari, the more you know they see your Buhari because there is no Buhari there because now spirit they there and we don't tell them see if something happened to that Jubri today now when they show us as on Buhari. Say let's see. What thing happened to Abba Kyari happened to her. And it must have happened to her. Because in with Abba Kyari, now 5 and 6. The APC cabas, they no go ever let the world know say something happened to that Jubri. When then they tell us in Buhari, then go hide them until 2023 to make sure see then patch them reach 2023. If anything at all happened to that Jubri. Because now, nobody they see Jubri. Everybody they ask of this man. Even 5,000 naira, the Buhari no fit give owner when they Nigeria for palliative. 5,000 he no fit give nobody. And they tell us say they don't lock down. They won't lock down. They won't tighten the locking down. And they must to tighten them. Because we are not the hear word. So ladies and gentlemen, make we continue. The late Kyari tested positive for the coronavirus in March after a trip for Germany to meet with officials of Siemens AG on the improvement of power supply in Nigeria. Now Germany, where did they do that one? I beg, me gonna let me rest. Kyari is 67. Old man, I they talking at 67 because they wanted to use the man to do 2023. Now, God don't punish all of them when be APC people, including the PDP people. Was in interred at exactly 11:20 on Saturday morning at the military cemetery in Abuja Gudu neighborhood amid tears from family members and supporters. Announcing Kyari'S death in the early hours of Saturday via his Twitter handle, Garba Shehu, the senior special assistant to the president of Nigeria, media and publicity, Garba Shehu wrote, "The presidency regrets to announce the passage of the chief of staff to the president, Malam Abba Kyari. The deceased had tested positive to the ravaging COVID-19 and had been receiving treatment, but he died on Friday, April 17, 2020. The Lagos State government also announced Kyari'S death. That one, we don't want to go there, ladies and gentlemen. On Saturday, stating that he died the previous day at First Cardiology Consultant, FCC, a private hospital facility in the state. However, there have been conflicting reports on the day top presidential aide died, especially on social media platform where a self-acclaimed investigative journalist, Ms. Kemi Oluloya, reported 2 weeks ago that a top presidential aide in Asorock had died of coronavirus. Okay? Square for her unconfirmed anonymous disclosure. Not a few social media users zeroed on the late chief of staff, but they later found out that the story wasn't true. You, when write this thing, you be wayo man. Nobody later find out that the story wasn't true. It was a FG. Now the FG people now hide the news. Make una take do una wuru. So now the FG, now them, they hide them because the man actually died before that day when government come and can't tell us the man died. Following the non-mention of Kyari by the National Center for Disease Control, NCDC, all of them, they do the wayo together. And that is why all these things must be followed well. Una when be the government people, una when be the VIP, when they claim say, una be VIP. This COVID-19, I think go fight on tooth and nail. All of them. We dey see them. It dey happen in Kano State. It dey happen in Abuja, everywhere. Make una continue to lie to ourselves to deceive the Nigerian people the more. And the Lagos State government in their daily COVID-19 update. Upon the unconfirmed report, not a few Nigerians demanded from Oluloya to either confirm her story or tender an apology for misleading her followers. Meanwhile, fresh evidence from the interment points of Kyari indicate that the former chief of staff died just a few hours from the time he was buried. Fraud, force. A conscientious consideration of the color of the blood stain found on Abba Kyari'S coffin showed that it was oxygenated blood, expounding on the implication of the oxygenated blood. A Lagos-based medical practitioner, Owolabi Peter, said oxygenated blood, also called attrained blood, flowed during the respiratory activities in the lungs. Oxygenated blood mean fresh blood. Just put it straight so that the world will understand the English when you speak Oga. Oga doctor, Owolabi. The whole thing when they there, ladies and gentlemen, be say, fresh blood in Abba Kyari'S coffin. Fresh blood. Meaning that maybe not be Abba Kyari be that person, or maybe then assassinate Abba Kyari. So now the government now got to come out because somebody died, then they get fresh blood. They come out from his body, and not even in body, from his head. So they don't want to tell us the truth. What happened to this Abba Kyari, or whether or not Abba Kyari then really buried that day. Even the same Kemi Oluloya don't tell the world, say, the person when them bring, put for inside that coffin, say not be Abba Kyari. Maybe now somebody, when them police assassinate, or maybe then go assassinate Abba Kyari. You know, see, Abba Kyari, they run a cabal ring. That is a mafia game. They now be the leader of the mafia mob. Maybe they want topple the man, or now somebody else when them put for inside the coffin. But these people now, they want to come out now to tell us in oxygenated blood, meaning fresh blood. For those of you now, when now they understand what in oxygenated blood mean. So, waiting, why that kind of blood would they flow out from somebody when they say COVID-19, 9 killer? We don't they see many people when don't die when this COVID-19 kill. There is never a report of any blood gushing out from that person's head or from that person's body. Why can't be see Abba Kyari own blood constain all in body, even the coffin when they bury the man? We continue. The blood has plenty of oxygen and its color is bright red. Oxygenated blood flows in the pulmonary vein and in the arteries, he explained. He told Politics Nigeria that the blood cannot last more than 10 hours before it starts to turn dark red. Also, according to a research work published by Mafia, an American author who specializes in the science, the blood can only remain sterile as it is in Mr. Kyari'S for 6 to 8 hours. So how come somebody went die by coronavirus, ladies and gentlemen? So if you now know the answer to this matter, make you come to my comment section. Come tell me how come somebody when die on coronavirus go get blood stain in his coffin. He gets something when then they hide for all of us. He gets something when this government they never can tell you and I. Because they tell us, say, Abba Kyari died by coronavirus. But today now blood, now stain the coffin when they bury Abba Kyari. In fact, to show you, say, no be Abba Kyari be that person when they buried. The coffin when they carry the so-called Abba Kyari come. The news they tell us, say, then thief the coffin. Some people thief the coffin. Run. Coffin when they're supposed born. And not be so that they bury somebody when get COVID-19. Because all the whole thing when we see that day when they bury the man, now art, all of them they art. All of them are chief actors. We know the way when FG them, then they operate. So then go come out, come tell the world, waiting make blood stain the person when they bury, or waiting make blood stain the coffin when they take buried that man what they call Abba Kyari, the king of the mob, the king of the mafias. So if they tell us, say, na Abba Kyari, when they bury that, then NBC then assassinate the man. Unless they can't tell us, say, na someone else when they take replace the man. Everything what they do, ladies and gentlemen, now replace, then they replace these people. And they know what then they do. These people, when they into Nigerian government, I don't tell all of you now, not be only this guy, when they call Jubri, be the impostor. All of them, when they there, when they inside that Asorock, when they control you and your resources, all of them are impostors. All of them are impostors. Not be only this man, what they call Jubri from Sudan. Our situation in Kano now terrible. Ganduji lament new COVID-19 cases in Kano. Kano people, they don't tell us, see, more than 600 people died in the last 8 days. More than 600 people. And the Kano government, see, they deny, see, nobody, they die. But at the end of the day now, it don't come out now, come they cry, see, the situation don't pass them. Even it get one office when they close in Kano. Be like saying that the only one, not be like saying that the only one office where they get, the NCDC get in Kano. Now then close the place, then go carry, if they want test person, then go carry the test, go Abuja first before then go test them. So then close them because a lot of people get affected in that place where they call a NCDC office in Kano. Now, Ganduji went on deny, see, nothing. A lot of prominent personnel died in Kano. Some say 14, some say 24, some they can say 12. People, well-known people, died. Then they among the 600 people when this COVID-19 don't kill. Still, Kano government and the Kano indigenes that they claim, say they don't know the sickness when strike them. When they already know, say, COVID-19, they on board everywhere in the world. Because people know they die like that in Kano before. People know they die like this anywhere in the world before. So, upon say, COVID-19, they ravage people all over the world. Kano people, see, they come out, they talk, see, they don't know the sickness when they kill their people. And many prominent people, now him, this thing don't kill in Kano. In fact, that same Kano, now there, Dangote from come. The Dangote, where the so-called richest man in Africa. Now they from come. Even that thing when Melinda Gates promised him, many people go die in Nigeria, in Africa as a whole. It be like, see, now that northern part of Nigeria, everything will happen. Because a lot of people, you can imagine, only 8 days, 600 people buried. If they're not past 600, because I know, see, our government, not they agree tell anybody the truth. Yeah? They don't agree tell anybody the truth. In fact, the doctors, when they say then day 40, when this thing don't affect, when they test positive, make us not forget, see, then they tell us now, see, the only amount of money when the government of the day, they give doctors, if they buy through this thing, through this COVID-19, now only 3 million naira. Now they give professional doctors, that is their families, if any doctor die. 3 million. Which doctor go come risk that thing when they know, say, then they between life and death with the risk whether they take. So only 3 million naira. Now him on our government, when not fee give palliative of 5,000 to each citizen. Now 3 million that they give you. But then they carry 14 million. Even in this time when all of them they hide in their bunker, they see they carry 14 point something million. They go house. I mean, the people when they call themselves the lawbreakers, when the senators where we get in Nigeria, they see they carry that money. But to pay palliative of 5,000, government say no, we no go give you now nothing, and we go continue to the lock on down. I think what them promise on in Nigeria. Governor Ganduji of Kano State has said the situation in Kano State was becoming terrible by the day as cases of COVID-19 pandemic continue to increase in the states. This is as the state took sample of fresh 44 person for testing, while issue of death among the elderly has not been settled. But as the situation gets serious, we are surely on top of it. But these inquiries put up a testing machine in Kano by the federal government. Governor Ganduji, however, assured that always na mouth that they take that show, na mouth that nobody that tested positive was in serious need of a ventilator. Hence, the situation is still manageable. The man there, they make mouths. They don't need ventilator. All these Nigerian people with their wayo. Governor, they say they don't need ventilator, but 600 people don't die. Can you imagine, brother? 600 people don't die, but they claim, say, the people when they test, nobody needs ventilator, but 600 people don't die. I beg una, make una give me a chance. He said, in order to punish offenders of the current lockdown, they have established 10 mobile court to try anybody found guilty. So it goes on and on and on. Like I said before, more than 600 people don't die in Kano, and the matter just get as it be now, because Nigeria, una dey into big problem, because una not get even anybody in place. The more one of the ask of president, the more then they hide. The more one of the ask of Osebanjo, the more una not they see them. Now the game when they there be that. That is why they tell us, say something if it don't happen to that man where they call Jubri from Sudan, then go they hide them. I'm not gonna let you know. Then could they call Buhari on top of your head, because they know say all of them are Mumude. So they will continue to record that name until that 2023. So if you know anything what happened to Abba Kyari'S body and the coffin, we want to know. The kind blood when they inside that coffin, we want to know. The people when they die of COVID-19, they know they get any stain of blood in their coffin or in their body. So we want to know. One love, everybody, from Canada.